listening to the White Wall Sessions Radio.
Welcome to the White Wall Sessions Radio. I'm your host, Dan Schaefer. On this week's episode, we feature The Aircraft, Ryan Joseph Anderson, and Almighty American. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter by searching The White Wall Sessions. We are now accepting submissions for Season 7. To submit, go to whitewallsessions.com. The White Wall Sessions would like to thank these fine sponsors for their support. Last Stop CD Shop, Bell Incorporated, Workplace IT Management, J. Rick Luthery, The University Center, Screen Flare, The Pink Moon Room, Club David, Great Outdoor Store, local branded convenience stores, Minuteman Press, Vishnu Bunny Tattoo and Piercing, and South Dakota Friends of Traditional Music. The Aircraft is a four-piece group of musical masterminds who gave their all to their Season 6 session and wowed the audience.
All right, we're the Aircraft, and this is St. Paul.
The Aircraft is Joseph Bartles, vocals, guitar, bass guitar, and keyboards, Henry Reinders, vocals, guitar, bass guitar, Kyle Gaines, drums, and Caleb Smith, bass guitar.
I left home, head full of sounds I couldn't dream to make. Came here, hoping to find them. My ears are ringing the same. Take me back to St. Paul, where I met the sun. Take me back to where I was alive. Find them, those sounds
at the White Wall Sessions with the Aircraft from Sioux Center, Iowa. Welcome, guys.
Hi, thank you.
Thanks for having us.
So we've got Henry Reinders on guitar and vocals. We got Caleb Smith on bass. We got Kyle Gaines on drums, and Joseph Bartles on guitar and vocals and keys. So first thing I got to ask, y'all are from Sioux Center area?
Yeah, that's where we go to college.
What are they serving in the cafeteria down there at Dordt College? Because you've got our buddies, the Ruralists, are from that area too, and there's some really good music coming out of there. Tell me about that. What's going on there?
You know, there's a lot of, I think it's the meatloaf.
Some in the meatloaf.
Some in the meatloaf.
Home cookies
Makes creativity.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, we kind of started at the same time as the Ruralists.
Yeah, we have a good practice space at the Fruited Plain Cafe called the Backpack. There's shows there, but we get to practice there, so I don't know.
Nice.
Spurs creativity.
Yeah, and there's definitely something about like that scene of the backpack and having the Ruralists there. Like, I think they've kind of just come, kind of like taking us under their wing, and they've like kind of showed us the ropes. And so I think that was just really cool to have another band that we kind of respect and look up to.
Yeah,
Sure.
There's a lot of encouraging of new bands, people getting into music for the first time. So.
Yeah.
Very supportive of local music.
Well, yeah, and they're sort of a generation ahead of you guys, or a couple. They're old guys,
They're gonna hate
but
that.
they seem like really good guys. They love their, where they're from, and so I can see where they would be supporting you all. So,
Yeah, totally.
and I gotta say, you guys are pretty young, early 20s.
Yeah.
Yep. We're both 21. These guys are 20.
I'm actually 22.
You're 22.
This is news to us.
Happy birthday.
He's the
Not
oldest
give him
guy.
anything.
And this isn't just noise rock music y'all are making. This has got texture and melodies and sort of interesting pieces and parts. Where does that come from? Who's writing the songs and how you get that feel, that sound?
Yeah, Joe and I write the songs. I don't know, a lot of the music we listen to is rather dynamic, so we kind of enjoy that, so we try to pull that into as much of our music as we can. So the Districts, big influence.
Zeppelin, the
yeah,
Beatles.
Black Keys.
But also, Henry and I, as like the songwriters, we listen to way different music.
Yeah.
So that-
Than each other?
Yeah, it brings
each other,
in, different flavors.
I probably should be looking down, breaking bottles and breaking crowns, drinking yourself straight to a casket, trying to tell people that you have been lost. I'm him, but I don't know who I am at all. I'm him, it's written on the wall. I'm him, don't go where the lines fall. I'm him.
Smith on bass, Kyle Gaines on drums. That's Joseph, Henry. Again, we're the Aircraft. This song is called Just Relax. Throw all your facts to the wind. And I'll build a home from this story that you're in. Put your cold hand in mine. If you don't let go, then we'll be fine. Feel the phone, hand me down sound. Just trying to keep a fire alive. Fit up on my father's smoke. So I'll just breathe myself away. It all comes down to how you take it. So just relax and let it be. Let me take a long look in your eyes and I'll be alright. God is around, really good time. Catching up with my friend. In love with the messes we made. In love with being a kid again. It all comes down to how you take it. So just relax and let it be. Let me take a long look in your eyes and I'll be alright. Throw all your facts to the wind. I'll build a home from this story that you're in.
Coming up after the break, Ryan Joseph Anderson.
You're listening to the White Wall Sessions Radio.
Ryan Joseph Anderson from Chicago, Illinois, made his second appearance on the White Wall Sessions in Season 6. Ryan is a hard-traveling singer-songwriter, but when he's not on the road, he's a record producer, a studio musician, and a sideman.
Born Midwest skies that hit the walls neath summer vines, branded me no wealth, no fame. 16 lovers who would share my name. 16 lovers who would share my name. 16 lovers who would share my name. And oh, the notes I wrote praise the days of skin and oil. Yeah, 30 nights and one to find. 16 lovers and they all went blind. 16 lovers and they all went blind. 16 lovers and they all went blind. So I leave it all, left abandoned by the roadside dancers, cast for the call. Black night I woke to the sound of cards against the spokes of a wheel that rolled without a frame, chased by 16 lovers who all look the same. 16 lovers who all look the same. 16 lovers who all look the same. So I leave it all, left abandoned by the roadside dancers, cast for the call. I leave it all, left abandoned by the roadside dancers, cast for the call. Thanks, friends.
We're here at the White Wall Sessions with Ryan Joseph Anderson. Welcome, Ryan.
How's it going?
Good.
Glad to be back.
Yes, you were back. You were on season 3 with Jennifer.
Yeah.
And old studio, and now we're in the new studio. What do you think?
This is awesome. Yeah, this is really cool. I like that there's a audience now, too.
Yeah, that's right. When you were here before, it was just the crew back there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also a great audience.
Yeah. Yes, that's true. From Chicago or Nashville, or which?
Chicago.
What would you call home?
Chicago. I lived in Nashville for like 2 years.
Okay.
I took all I could get out of it and left in a hurry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're still living there in Chicago?
In Chicago, yeah.
Okay. And so when did you start playing music? You played with the band, what was it, Go Long Mule?
Go Long Mule, yeah.
Was that kind of your first endeavor, or did you start?
No, my first band was called Flying Spinach when I was 12 years old. Like, I got a guitar and started a band pretty much in the same week.
Yeah.
And I could only, I didn't know how to play the guitar, but we wrote songs. They were bad songs. I think I knew the lick to Heartbreaker by Led Zeppelin, and then we just turned that into its own weird song. But I've been in bands since then.
Yeah. So you've been doing a lot of solo stuff really in recent years, though, right?
Yeah. But my solo project it morphs a lot. One of the reasons that I liked that when I left the band that I decided to do what I'm doing now is that I can kind of change it however I want to. So I play in a lot of different configurations as Ryan Joseph Anderson.
Well, you brought this beautiful Gibson Hummingbird back.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see it's still in great shape.
Yeah. Pulled a lot of songs out of that thing.
I bet. Your guitar work is amazing. How long have you said you started when you were 12?
Yeah.
And when did you start playing this style, or have you always played that?
I got into open tuning and fingerstyle guitar probably about 10 years ago. I really got into like Nick Drake and Richard Thompson and, Mississippi John Hurt, all of this stuff. And I had felt kind of, in writing, I'd felt kind of stale, and it opened up like a whole new world, finger picking and open tuning. And it's an awesome weapon in the arsenal.
Sure. Yeah, I noticed some open tuning going on there, and it really does change the sound and the direction of a song, definitely. Yeah. Do you ever play electric guitar or anything like that?
Oh, yeah, a lot.
I thought you did.
A lot.
So obviously the approach is completely different.
Totally different. Like when I play electric guitar, I mostly play with a pick.
Oh.
It's still my style, but it is different. But there are times when I'll combine the two, like, electric and open tune finger picking, and there's some really cool stuff that can happen there with the band. Yeah.
No, that would be pretty cool. I haven't heard much of that.
Yeah. Well, like, I don't know if you've ever gotten into like Richard Thompson, but he's one of the guys that like to see him solo with an acoustic guitar or with his trio or with any
Fairport Convention.
It's always great to see him play, how he plays, how he writes, and he's a big inspiration to me in guitar playing.
Is that what made you want to start writing songs, or you say you started right away? Is that?
I think I started right away.
Yeah,
because I wasn't good enough to learn other songs, maybe like a riff from a song.
Sure,
but I always wanted to write. Like it just happened.
So why do you want to write?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, that's a hard question to answer. I don't know. I never really thought about it. It was what I did. And I know that if I go for a while without writing, I feel weird. I don't know if it's probably how I deal with the world or my life or my situation. Process a lot through it.
So do you write about situations that you're in, or just anything?
Both. For a long time, I stayed away from writing like really personal songs. I like call them all fictional with like aspects of my life in it. But recently, the record I'm working on now and the last one I put out had a lot of more personal songs on them. But there's always, I like to write as different characters too.
Sure. So when you go back to a song you wrote 5 years ago, maybe you were in a different space in your life, do you remember where you were there, or is the song just kind of take on its own identity at that point?
Some of them take on their own identity. Some of them, I definitely remember where I was when I wrote it, what I wrote it for. Some are just kind of like, I can't remember any of the details, or when I wrote it, it's been around forever.
Yeah. Do they take you back to those places, either bad or good?
Yeah, definitely.
And do you allow them to take you there, or is it something you have to just set aside?
I don't think you can help it. I think it if you get into singing it, if you're being honest, it's hard to avoid not, drifting into whatever that emotion or feeling or headspace was.
One more fall near the wrecking ball. Wore shoes on telephone wire, where the street lights tease the sky, trying to hold winter at bay. I have always walked that way, trying to learn how to find the sound of the thunder and the coming tide. I heard the words of the corner girl, baby, please love me tonight. But in the front of a Greyhound bus, I couldn't think of something clever to say. I have always left that way. Trying to learn how to find the sound of the thunder in the coming tide. If I stay here any longer, I fear I might never go. 'Cause on the one hand, I've seen it all, friend. These streets once paved in sand, and I thought I stood real tall then. But on the other hand, I'm getting old, friend. Seasons and cities change. I've been thinking about a southern home. I don't think I'll go home. You and I lived our lives in a city of ice. Never had more than we could take. Never asked for much and nothing at all. Except for one more fall near the wrecking ball. Trying to learn how to find the sound of the thunder in the coming tide.
I used to live in Nashville, Tennessee, and when I did, the year before I left, I was convinced that everybody that lived there was writing the same song about the same woman. There were all these songs that came out about this woman that, like, she liked driving pickup trucks down dirt roads and wearing tight jeans and drinking light beer, and she got crazy on Saturday night but went to church on Sunday. Every song that year. So I decided to write a love song for the opposite of that, because women who love fast food and cheap wine need love songs too. This is called Molly the Flood.
Molly was an orphan saved from a flood, meaner than the water turned dirt to mud. She had the backbone, I had the time. She held a needle and I smoked a dime. She held a needle and I smoked a dime. But let me tell you, boys, when she was yelling at me, well, I want a river from the heart of a stream. She shook my feathers and she riled my dog. She curled my fingers and she drained my pond. She curled my fingers and she drained my pond. Lived on nothing but fast food and wine. Cried at commercials, blamed it on pride. She never got tired but slept through the night with a cigarette burning, the ash held fine. Cigarette burning and the ash held fine. And let me tell you, boys, when she was yelling at me, well, I want a river from the heart of a stream. She shook my feathers and she riled my dog. She curled my fingers and she drained my pond. She curled my fingers and she drained my pond. Whoa, lead me to the heart of the vine. You're saying it's an easy life. It's an easy life. It's an easy life. Getting by. We got old and she got bored. She traded in a needle for a look at the Lord. 3 weeks later she got off of her knees, saying all those believers, they'll never be pleased. All those believers, they'll never be pleased. Well, let me tell you, boys, when she was laughing at me, well, I want a river from the heart of a string. She shook my feathers and she riled my dog. She curled my fingers and she drained my palm. She curled my fingers and she drained my palm. And let me tell you, boys, when she was yelling at me, well, I stole a river from the heart of a string. She shook my feathers and she riled my dog. She curled my fingers and she drained my palm. She curled my fingers and she drained my palm. Curled my fingers and she drained my palm. Thanks, friends.
Coming up after the break, Almighty American.
You're listening to the White Wall Sessions Radio.
Making his debut performance in the White Wall Sessions is Almighty American from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Growing up inspired by the tunes and melodies of his father's generation, Michael Gay has determined to leave his own mark on the music. Almighty American is Michael Gay, guitar and vocals, Andrew Shabilla, guitar, and Matthew Decker on drums.
If I had a nickel for every time I wanted more, well, I'd never have to earn a dime. The lessons learned along the way are worth more each passing day, so I'll take the long way every time. I just stay between the lines, figure out today before tomorrow, 'cause I'm always getting lost and I'm finding all the time don't usually matter like you'd think. May forget just where I'm going, guess I'll know when I arrive. Till then it's one hand on the wheel, windows down, I'm enjoying the ride. There's always give and take, sometimes you bend and break, that's all just part of living life. I don't need your third degree just 'cause you and I don't agree. Chances are neither of us is right. Let's stay between the lines, figure out today before tomorrow, 'cause I'm always getting lost and I'm finding all the time don't usually matter like you'd think. May forget just where I'm going, guess I'll know when I arrive. Till then it's one hand on the wheel, windows down, I'm always getting lost and I'm finding all the time don't usually matter like you'd think. May forget just where I'm going, guess I'll know when I arrive. Till then it's one hand on the wheel, windows down, one hand on the wheel, windows down, one hand on the wheel, windows down, I'm enjoying the ride.
Thanks. That
that one's pretty new, so I appreciate the positive feedback.
We're here at the White Wall Sessions with Almighty American. Welcome, everybody.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks.
Michael, can you introduce these two great players?
Yeah, so we got Matt Decker on my right playing drums tonight, and Andrew Shabilla here playing electric guitar and baritone guitar.
Yeah, I got to talk about those guitars because you walked in here with what, an ES335?
It's a 325, yeah,
325,
very similar,
small,
but yeah.
And a old school Princeton amp.
Yep.
And a Dan Electric, and was that a Jazzmaster?
Yep, yeah. Didn't bring them all, but close to it, yeah.
That was good. Anyway, you guys played a great set. This is
Thank
outstanding.
you. Yeah, thanks for having us.
So how long has this lineup been together?
Well, it kind of shifted quite a bit. Andrew's been around pretty much the whole time, and Matt, probably the last year, started filling
Something like
in. Yeah. Yeah. So it's kind of been on and off, but probably I'd say about a year.
And you've been playing sort of as a solo act prior to this, or
Yep.
off and on?
Yeah, so just kind of whatever the show is. Like we'll play as a 4-piece or as a trio every now and then, or Andrew and I will play a lot of duo shows, but I think probably the most often it's a solo show. But I started releasing the music as Almighty American a while back, and so I just kind of bill everything as the same deal. So you kind of never know what you're going to get, but it's all the same songs, so I don't see a sense in saying it's something different. Yeah.
So where did Almighty American, I mean, that moniker is for you and or whoever you're playing with,
Yeah,
right?
so it started at a long time ago at a party. A friend of mine downloaded an anagram generator app, and my buddy Derek was putting all our names into it, and he realized that my name, Michael Martin Gay, letters rearranged spells Almighty American. So I was like, oh, I'm going to name a band that sometime.
Okay.
And then I did, and here we are.
And you all are from Minneapolis, Minnesota?
Yeah.
Twin Cities?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Born and raised, everybody?
Andrew and I both grew up in Rochester, Minnesota, and Matt, you grew up in
The suburbs.
Yeah.
Twin Cities. Yeah.
But yeah, I've moved up for college and haven't seen a reason to leave yet. So
Yeah. So, what is it about Minnesota that produces such great songwriters and or musicians? Or is that a loaded question?
maybe Prince famously said the cold keeps the bad people away, and I've always thought that was a pretty good summary. But I don't know. I think there is something to like just how seasonal it is, where everybody kind of hunkers down at some point and like just goes to work, and so I think that the creative community really benefits from that cycle where it's like you want to be working on stuff in the fall and winter so that you can put out something in the spring and then play a bunch of shows in the summertime, and then by the time summer's over you're like ready to do it all over again, so but yeah, when it's just dark and cold, everybody gets contemplative and
So the seasons of Minnesota write your schedule for you.
I mean, it certainly impacts like my creativity and that process and when I'm productive and when I'm not. I didn't know the stars I was wishing on had long since died. Even though I still can see them there, posthumous reflecting light. Was it an optical illusion, a prank that's crossing space and time? Did the Milky Waves, a galaxy, come crashing down before I made it mine? They said I'd be okay, I turn out fine. You get used to your plans changing on a dime. Just don't get all caught up worrying, 'cause it never hurts to try. When you learn to take things one step at a time. I would finally feel alive. And it wasn't all my drinking, it was songs that finally saw life. After years of sitting, waiting, those melodies took on new life. And I didn't see it coming, but I learned why even dead stars shine. Now I know I'm okay, I turned out fine. And if less is more, then I'm just getting primed. And I still get caught up worrying, but it never hurt to try. Once I learned to take things one step at a time. Thank you. Headed west on the interstate, running 85 and gunning straight for the horizon. Wasn't sure what I couldn't take, only knew where I was headed. No reason to regret it, it was just the way I was passing time, I guess. Bought some fuel and a caffeine charge, filled a bottle full of water, 'cause it's only getting hotter. Talking weather every single hour. People who work at gas stations must love that conversation. That must be the way that they pass their time, I guess. It must be nice to know that you never have to check. But me, I'm wishing I could properly tell you all about the things I saw between those yellow seas of blowing wheat and the way the Rocky Mountains sprawl, the way that river cut right through the stone to make a home between the Andrew Shabilla on electric guitar on that one. We got Matt Decker on drums over here as well. You can clap for him. He's doing a good job.
The White Wall Sessions is recorded at Last Stop Studios in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and is produced by Spectrum Films Incorporated. Executive producers are Jeff Zuger, Doug Taylor, Greggy Johnson, and Jay Fishback. Head of broadcast is David Palmer. Associate producer is Mike Yeager. The White Wall Sessions Radio is produced and edited by Jeff Zuger. Audio recording and mixing by Kevin Phipps, Chad Conrad, August Ogren, and David Palmer. Scheduling and artist relations, Tom Eisner. Be sure to join us again next week. Same time, same place.